It spans over 53 years of his work, and it doesn't lose the tension over all this time. What I especially appreciate is that his first work ever is here. That is the Documenta piece from 1959. And from then on, he was one of the most exhibited artists at the Documenta in Kassel regularly for decades. And so there is an appropriate beginning in the work with a series of photos on the Documenta too, and becoming a Documenta artist later. First, I think we have to say he's a very German artist in his accuracy in detail. And before he became a German-American artist, there was a small period of maybe 6 or 7 years. He tended to become a French artist. He went to Paris, studied with Takis. But I think that it was coming to New York at the right moment, because if anything was tailor-made for Hans, it was concept art. North America was the place where the new experiments in arts were done, and Europe lost the predominance. So it was good luck and hazard together. And it has become kind of a fashion to make institutional critique or context art for generations now. But Hans was one of the first, if not the first at all. And it's difficult to see today how new this was, how risky this was, how little you knew where it led you.
The museum is not an autonomous institution with the fetishism of an art that has no connection to the world in which it was produced and by whom it was produced. It is part of that, and one should not forget it. And it makes us understand, hopefully, more about the world in which we function. When I arrived at Barajas, the airport, and went into the center of town, from the taxi I saw to my right an area with streets, street lamps, street signs, benches, trees, and in effect there was not a single person and not a single building. And I inquired what this was that I had seen there, and I was told that there are many such areas on the periphery of Madrid. At the southeastern end of Ensanche de Vallecas, we saw a number of buildings that had been started, but the construction had stopped. There were empty skeletons and ruins. And when we looked at the map to find our way back, we discovered that the street names were the names of art styles of the 20th century. And that triggered my interest to connect, on the one hand, a naive and crazy connection between art and the collapse of the real estate situation in Spain.